Kyle Dake is one of the most decorated wrestlers in American history. He's a 4-time NCAA champion and the first guy to achieve it in 4 different weight classes. He finished his college career as the best wrestler in the nation and has since gone on to win 4 world championships and 2 Olympic bronze medals. By his own admission, for the longest time, Kyle Dake was an injury-prone athlete, and he attributes his post-collegiate athletic health and success almost entirely to functional patterns. Here is the too long, didn't read summary of functional patterns philosophy. Human beings have optimally evolved to live and move according to some hypothetical blueprint. Modern humans are maladapted to this blueprint, and it's this that's the source of pain, injury, inflammation, inflation, or in the Middle East, global warming, and so on. Functional patterns claims to be able to fix these problems by exercising in more natural, integrated patterns that coincidentally look really good on social media. The theory goes that in doing so, we're able to directly target and manipulate the structure of fascia. This is supposed to pull posture and asymmetry back into an optimal range, thereby reducing pain and improving performance. Here's 7 reasons why that's probably bullshit. 1. Fascia, like all connective tissues, responds in proportion to the magnitude of forces placed upon it. Relative to the capacities of an elite-level Olympic wrestler, functional pattern style training is actually quite a low-force program. 2. You don't get to preferentially stimulate one tissue over another. When you move and create the kind of forces that stimulate fascia, you're also adapting muscle tissue as well. 3. Put the posture of an elite-level track sprinter next to the posture of an elite-level grappler. There's no such thing as optimal posture, just posture that is more or less adapted to the demands of a particular sport. 4. College wrestling programs, even at the D1 level, are notorious for being underfunded, understaffed, with a pervasive culture of grinding their athletes, often at the expense of technique and recovery. Is it really surprising that when one of these athletes graduates, they get more coaching attention, they have more control over their program, they recover better, and they understand their body more intimately, that they start to feel better and become less injury prone? 5. He was a 4-time national champion before he had ever heard of functional patterns. Given that 1% of all high school wrestlers in America reach the D1 level, it's safe to say that Kyle Dake is the 1% of the 1%, and as such, he's an immensely naturally talented athlete. He was winning before functional patterns, he was winning after functional patterns, and he'd win without them. 6. None of this is testable. You can't measure fascia outside of a lab-based setting, and from what I can tell, there is no other pre- or post-testing data to document the changes in Dake's performance before and after functional patterns. 7. Skill is highly contextual. Your ability to execute skills in sport is highly contingent on your ability to pick up information from the environment, process it, select an appropriate response, and execute it, and then do all of that faster than your opponent. There's likely 0 being transferred from skills trained in a closed environment to the sporting environment. I think all we're measuring here is just the impact of what happens when you focus a little bit more on recovery and you don't grind yourself into dust quite so much off of the mats. I award this program an F for Functional Patterns Incel Army, whom I eagerly await in the comments.